Today we're going to be rebuilding the new look Cleveland Browns in Madden 26. This one's especially important because obviously the Browns just made a big trade by trading away Miles Garrett. They acquire Jared Verse and a bunch of draft picks in return. But before we get into today's video, YouTube does tell me about 83% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do follow on that, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So we all kind of knew that the Miles Garrett situation was eventually probably going to lead to a trade. It felt like it was going to happen last offseason. They extend him instead. He plays another year, gets defense player of the year, breaks his sack record, and then he was like holding out, or I wouldn't even necessarily say holding out, but Todd Monken was saying that he hasn't even met Miles Garrett and he was the new coach. It was very weird. And then out of nowhere, June hits and we get Miles Garrett traded to the Los Angeles Rams. Miles Garrett gets to play for a Super Bowl contender. Jared Verse gets to come to Cleveland and see what he can do here. There are some pieces to like in Cleveland, but obviously if you're Jared Verse, it does suck to go from a team that's competing constantly to Cleveland that's been struggling, at least as of late. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this Browns team does in real life. Deshaun Watson, apparently, like all the things that everything is basically pointing towards him starting. Is he able to reinvent himself once again? Obviously, those Houston days with Deshaun Watson were so special. I remember those like they were yesterday. I mean, some of the moments he had as the Texans quarterback, obviously, despite the off the field stuff, but he was special on the field for that period of time. Now, I will tell you right now, you may be seeing some names missing because I literally simulated to the regular season and there was some injuries that popped up. So yeah. So you got Judkins sitting here, Collins, and Grant Delpit. So that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So despite all that, we're going to go in and rebuild this Browns team. We're going to start Deshaun Watson all year, probably cut him after the season because more than likely he won't play up to the contract he's on. And then we have like Denzel Boston, Casey Concepcion. So there are some things to like here, Harold Fannin, obviously here. They've reinvented the offensive line a bit as well. We might also stop at the trade deadline to trade like Denzel Ward because I don't know. To me, if you trade Miles Garrett, it might make sense to just trade Ward as well. So yeah, I think we'll probably look to do that. So let's get to the deadline, potentially trade Denzel Ward for something if we can get something good there. I assume we won't be good this season. Maybe we're better than I think, but more than likely this team is going to struggle still. Let's see how good Jared Verse is going to be for us though. That'll be interesting. So we are at the trade deadline as promised. I'm going to try to trade Denzel Ward over to Green Bay for their second and their third round pick in this upcoming draft. So now obviously have a first because of the Parsons trade. So they'd basically be going all in at this point. So let's see if they'd accept this. And they do. So we're going to pick up 2 draft picks for Denzel Ward. Maybe he could still get you a first round pick, but I think getting a second and a third might even be too rich. I'm not sure, but I'm still happy with it. So we'll take it. I will say, to my surprise, we're 3-4 here, but I still think it was better to just trade Ward right now and just continue to kind of just collect as many draft assets. We lost our last 2 games as well, so we were over 500 at one point, so that's a good sign. But Deshaun Watson hurt. Wow, I don't know how long that's been the case. Let's see what happened there. So I think he just got, oh my gosh, he wasn't playing very good anyway. 10 touchdowns and 9 picks. So I think we need a new quarterback, obviously, but 3-4, I don't know. I guess we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Denzel Ward's gone. More than likely, we're not a playoff team. In fact, I'd like to not win a game for the rest of the season, but we'll see what happens. Well, I kind of got what I wanted because we finished up the season at 5-12. So basically, I wanted to be bad because we could have good draft positioning, maybe get one of our quarterbacks, Dante Moore or whatever, but we'll have to see where we're picking. But if we take a look at the stats, offensively 26th in the NFL. So yeah, not really good on either side of the ball, kind of figured. Defensively, actually not too bad. But 10-17 for Deshaun Watson, so maybe he balls out in real life, but obviously, no, not so much here. Did not reinvent himself, at least in the Madden sim. Judkins did have 700 yards, but he did miss 3 games because Madden injured him for whatever reason. Jared Judy with 1,000 yards. Denzel Boston with 720, 700 from Harold Fannin. Tillman had 400 yards. KC only had 250 yards and 250 yards from Wallace. And then defensively, this is where I'm very curious to see how Jared Verse did. It's only 6 sacks in the season for him, but interceptions, you had 3 from Schlesinger, 2 from Williams, and 2 from Delpit. And then you had 11 sacks from Malik Collins. So Malik Collins had a really good year, and then that's what the rest of it looks like. But okay, obviously, let's go ahead and get into the offseason. We have a lot more building left to do, but we do have some pieces to be excited about. But obviously, cutting Deshaun Watson will be one of the first things we do this offseason. Well, the exciting thing is we got Denzel Boston win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So at least we have that. That's something to feel good about after the season, at least. I'll take it. The Bengals and the Seahawks met up in the Super Bowl. Pretty interesting Super Bowl there. And the Bengals won, so our division foe won a Super Bowl. If we look at the salaries, as I mentioned, I'm pretty sure Watson's still under contract, so that is going to change. Should be a big savings chunk by cutting him. Actually doesn't show as such, so maybe not. Or no, I guess he didn't have another year left in his deal. For some reason I thought he did, but I guess not. Okay, so he's gone. So you have $155 million, and then we have free agents to talk to. So let's see who's here. So we have Delpit, we have Tevin Jenkins, Ronnie Hickman, Tillman, Isaiah Chapman, Collins, who just had a really good year, but he's 32 years old, so I'll probably let him go somewhere else. He's not even interested in coming back anyway. Watson, obviously, we're letting go. And then, yeah, not really too many guys that I'm too concerned with bringing back. The only one I'm kind of considering is Grant Delpit. Jenkins could probably go as well. But 20-year, I'm okay. You know what? I'm going to let all these guys walk. We're going to let every single person we just saw hit free agency because I want to get younger, faster, and all that. So let's take a look at our lineup now. So, you know, this is what we got going on. So we got Denzel Boston and KC Concepcion, both superstar dev, which is awesome. We definitely need to improve the right side of the offensive line, but other than that, the offensive line is not looking too bad. We'd love to get Harold Fannin star dev at some point because I do think he's going to be really good as the Browns starter with Njoku gone. Defensively, Swessinger is up to superstar dev. McNeil Warren is star dev. We have Campbell, but we definitely need more corners with Ward obviously gone. Another linebacker would be helpful. So let's go hit up free agency and just try to grab as much young talent as we can if there is any to grab, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've thrown 6 offers out there, but nobody like that's overly like fantastic to be grabbing or anything. A lot of these guys would just start for us and be solid, and they're all, you know, 27 and younger, which is kind of the theme I'm going for here. But I'm going after Trenton Simpson. A lot of these guys aren't even interested in coming here, so we more than likely aren't going to get all of them. But Trenton Simpson, Kayvon Thibodeau, putting him opposite of obviously Jared Verse sounds like I give him a 1-year deal, so we'll see what he does with that. D. Winters, Phillips, McClendon, and Jair Brown. So we'll see if we get 1 or 2 of these guys assigned. So we get 3 guys assigned with McClendon. We're going to move him to right guard. D. Winters comes over as well. And Jair Brown, so 2 former 49ers. And then Thibodeau and Phillips are still thinking about it. I think we missed out on 1 guy, but I already kind of forgot who it may have been. So Thibodeau, so we got Phillips as well at 25 years old, and Thibodeau is still considering it. And he's, yeah, still thinking about it. So that's fine. So we'll go to next week. If he decides to come, he comes. If not, no big deal. So we'll see if he chose to join us. I'm not sure if he did. Derrick Henry is retiring. I saw that. But so obviously, as far as offensive line is concerned, we kind of found our new right guard with moving McClendon inside. So that was kind of my plan there. So we won't have to go in the draft. I feel like drafting any offensive lineman. We still can, but it's not necessarily something we need to do anymore, which is good. So our offensive line is looking fine enough. Quarterback is obviously something I do want to draft some point in this at some point in this draft, but Brown added with D. Winters as well. Kayvon Thibodeau is either still debating offers, but we do need to draft a corner at some point as well. So let's see if Thibodeau is still, yeah, he's still thinking about it. He's still thinking about it, and he's going to finally, I think, sign. Yeah, he did. So we get Kayvon Thibodeau on a 1-year deal, 1-year prove-it deal to put him opposite of Verse. We'll see what he does with that. And then what draft pick do we have? Because that's going to be very interesting to see. So we have pick 6. So that might leave us out on being able to draft a quarterback, which would really suck. So should we trade up for like Dante Moore or something? I've had Arch Manning in a few videos, so I feel like getting Dante Moore, or I could hope, you know, maybe one of them falls to me. Forget how many quarterbacks are in this class. I think this is a pretty deep quarterback class, so we might be able to just wait. But let's see. Mock drafts. Let's see what they say. So Arch Manning going to Arizona. That would make sense. Dante Moore. Is there any other quarterbacks worth going? I don't think so. So we might need to trade up. Honestly, we might need to do that because I do want to secure a quarterback to build around. If we don't get one, that'd be pretty devastating. So maybe we could trade up with... I mean, both Arizona and Minnesota could both go quarterback technically. I mean, it really isn't. Yeah, because I guess Julian Sayin also is being mocked pretty high. So we could go with Sayin. I guess I'll hold out hope that we get one of the 3. If we get Sayin at pick whatever, I think I can live with that. So let's go to the draft at pick 6. We'd like to have Dante Moore or something like that fall to me, but we may not get that lucky. Well, I'm going to be taking the edge rusher. This wasn't what I was anticipating on doing. I could be taking Julian Sayin here, but I'm going to replace Miles Garrett. Obviously, that was a big void. Or I'm going to add a replacement to Miles Garrett because Verse obviously replaced Miles Garrett in his own way, but we're going to draft Dylan Stewart as well. I think best player available approach makes a lot of sense here. So Dylan Stewart, welcome to Cleveland. We have another first-round pick, so maybe Sayin falls this far. That's pretty much my plan. We'll see if he did. And I think he may... Or no, the Falcons took him. Okay. So that's fair, but both the top 2 quarterbacks obviously went off the board. So if we look at other quarterbacks, we could take like Jaden, Sellers, Mateer, Mensa, Trinidad Chambliss. So there is some guys... I don't think any of these guys will have hidden dev or anything, but Jaden looks solid. Do I just take him and start him all year? I mean, I've seen him be successful before. I don't know, man. we might as well. We don't really want to start Shador, so this might be a little bit of a reach, and I'm going to do it. So we're going to secure our quarterback here. Jaden at 202 in true value, drafted 26. I really don't care what his value is. We need to secure a quarterback, and we got our quarterback. We're going to start him no matter what next year. So we'll see what that turns into. Hopefully it pays off. The grades look pretty good, other than, you know, obviously he didn't rank very high, but I plan on building around him and developing him into this Browns savior here. And to replace Denzel Ward, we're going to be taking Jair Hill here with our first second round pick, and he's going to be 44 in true value. Got him at 38, so pretty solid stuff there. We got that going. And then last but not least, at pick 61, or I guess I shouldn't, or pick last but not least in the second round, I should say. This isn't the last pick we're making. Could take another corner. Also have like another edge rusher. I think we're fine at edge rusher. We did sign a strong safety, so I wouldn't mind taking a Don Schuler. We also could take James Smith down here as well. I wouldn't mind doing that, but I think I might go ahead and take a Don Schuler here. So we're going to take him here, add him to the secondary, and he's going to be our other second round pick. 52 in true value, got him at 61, so I feel pretty good about that. And then now we'll make this last pick here at round 3. Actually, we have 2 round 3, so we'll make these last 2 picks, I should say. We got Harbor, we have Gooseby, AJ Harris could take another corner. Could take another tight end, which I wouldn't be opposed to. Another linebacker, or could take another safety. I feel like I'm good on safety. I'm going to take AJ Harris here. So we're going to bring in another corner. Might as well. 94 in true value, got him at 70. So another solid pick in my opinion. Not hidden dev or anything, but I'll take it. And then last but not least here, in round 3, this will be the last pick we make. Let the AI take care of the rest. Trevor Gooseby has fallen this far, so I'm just going to go ahead and take him, and he'll be added to this room. I was kind of looking at him earlier. 137 true value, got my 93. Not too bad. Let's go take a look at the draft recap. So we walk away with a 79 overall edge rusher, so I have to feel good about that. The quarterback we took is a 69 overall, so we really have to do some work here, but we're going to make it work. Jair Hill 75, 75, but a lot of this draft was 72 overall and above, so a lot of draft picks though, so really good stuff there. Love a lot of what we brought in, and a lot of these guys could be sticking with this team for a while. So let's take a look at the lineup, but Shador and Jaden will be competing for that QB1 spot, and more than likely I'm just going to start Jaden because I don't know if the Browns are ever going to take Shador seriously. I don't know. They might. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. But I'm probably going to start him in his rookie season and change the playbook to give him as much, you know, successful rate of a chance as I can. And defensively, McNeil, Warren, Schuler. We obviously added Hill, Clark Phillips. I'm going to throw Hill at cornerback 2. And then we have Stewart. We're going to move him to left edge because, while yes, we did bring in Kayvon Thibodeau, I do want Dylan Stewart to start immediately. So him and Jared Verse should hopefully be a dynamic duo to be reckoned with. But let's go take a look at the playbook that we want to run for next season, because that's going to be pretty important to figure out. So Jared Verse and then Stewart. Yeah, whatever. We'll do something like that. And then playbooks. I wouldn't mind, right? Because we were running Cleveland's default playbooks because I didn't think it made sense to run Ravens playbook because that's where Monken came from. I think the scheme and all that will be totally different. So offensive playbook to give our quarterback the best possible chance of being successful. I'm kind of feeling running Giants playbook because that, or we could go Andy Reid's playbook. I don't mind that as well. Give him Chiefs playbook, let him rock with it. And then defensively, I'll probably run Buffalo because I usually have success with Buffalo. Yeah, or we could do McDonald's, but I think we'll run Buffalo's playbook for the defense. So we'll run with that, and we'll see if things work out or not with that. Shador is going to be benched for Jaden, and hopefully Jaden can come in here and save this Browns franchise, because Lord knows we need a quarterback here. Well, while progress was made as far as win totals is concerned, we did not make the playoffs, which, you know, I figured. I didn't think we'd make the playoffs immediately with a rookie quarterback, but hopefully he at least put up some stats we can feel good about going forward. There's a chance he didn't, but let's find out. So player stats, offensively 25th in the NFL. So didn't rank very well, but 26 touchdowns as a rookie is not terrible, and the defensively ranked top 10. I'll take it. So Judkins must have, 26-22. That's pretty rough. Okay. So yeah, pretty rough rookie season, but that makes sense giving him Chiefs playbook. Played all 17 games. I'm gonna stick with them, man. We're gonna figure it out. 3 touchdowns. Judkins missed time again, so that's 3 years in a row, or 3 years in a row, I would say, that he's missed some time. Denzel Boston, 1,000 yards, 800 from Harold Fannin, so that's good. So I guess this was a good playbook to run to get Fannin, maybe star dev potentially. KC with 10 touchdowns, 830 yards, and then defensively, Jared Verse, really good season, 15.5 sacks, 8 from Mason Graham, 8 from Thibodeau, and then 6.5 from Dylan Stewart. So that's good. 3 from Swessinger, 2 from Winters, and then 2 from Tyson Campbell. But okay, 7 and 10. That's clearly not going to get us the #1 pick. So more than likely, we start Jaden again, or I don't know. Maybe we give up on him immediately. Probably won't do that. But yeah, I think we made a mistake by not trading up. We probably should have traded up to secure Dante Moore, Arch Manning. It is what it is. But the wow, the Falcons won the Super Bowl. Julian Sayin immediately. That's actually kind of crazy. So rookie season, Julian Sayin. I wasn't gonna take him at pick 6. I guess I could have, but I feel pretty good about what we took instead with Dylan Stewart. I don't know. Maybe I regret that, but. All right, so $189 million to work with, though. So let's go take a look on who needs to be re-signed. So a lot of money to work with, and there is a possibility there is a quarterback sitting in free agency because that has happened sometimes. The Jared Verse needs a payday. That's gonna, be fine with me. Thibodeau actually had a good season, so I wouldn't mind bringing him back. My call, I want to bring back Jenkins. I want to bring back. So a lot of these guys, I do have interest in bringing back. Let's start with Jared Verse. Obviously. He got traded to Cleveland. He didn't choose to come here. I think he's from the area or something like that. I think people were saying, though. So he's going to stick around, though. Judy, I am going to let go. I'm fine with moving on to, with Denzel Boston and KC Concepcion. Thibodeau, I think it makes sense to give him a deal because he was pretty good, but obviously he would be depth, and he says no. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Not going to franchise tag him. My call, I would like to keep as well. Him and Graham, I feel fine with developing them. So I think our D-line's looking pretty good, all things considered. Anybody else? Jenkins was another one I was kind of saying, yeah, I want to keep him, so let's try to keep him around as well. Parker Brailsford, though, they did draft him like round 4, I believe, but at this point, we won't turn to him. So, okay, that's what we got. So let's take a look at the lineup, and let's see, hopefully, if there's any good free agents in free agency. Like, if there's like a quarterback to pay in free agency, I might just have to do it, but let's see. So Jaden, I will say, he is already up to a 78 overall. So, yeah, he's up to an 81, obviously, with a morale boost, but he's already up to an 81, so we might be okay. Right tackle, I think what we had, either he retired or he's just gone, I don't know. But Fannin, up to an 84, so not too bad. I like my wide receivers. And then defensively, we have McNeil Warren, Schuler, Brown, need some more corner, or probably need another corner, another linebacker, but not looking too bad on the defense. And we ranked top 10 for a reason, so that's good. But let's see what's here in free agency, and let's see if there's anything special to spend on. So Jahmyr Gibbs is... oh my gosh, Drake May is here. Wow, that would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? But, man. And Bo Nix is here, actually, as well. Wow. Okay, I don't know. I'm slightly tempted to do it because I don't do that very often. I don't often sign a quarterback in free agency. It's like... it's just rare that happens. Obviously, you've had your, Kirk Cousins going to Minnesota in free agency. They don't have, your Fields and... also, obviously, man, Malik Willis. I was about to say, I can't even think of his name. Malik Willis just signed with the Dolphins free agency. So stuff like that does occur. But is there any good corners, by the way? Obviously, we know there's so there is Terran Arnold, which I'd be cool with grabbing him. But yeah, man, I might have to give Drake May the bag if he'd come to Cleveland. I don't know if he would, and I don't think the Patriots would let him walk in real life. That is pretty unrealistic. But he's sitting here, so is Bo Nix, so we can walk away with one of them. Don't think I'll go for Gibbs in today's video. But yeah, I gotta give Drake May an offer, don't I? Don't I have to do that? So Drake May is... I think we're gonna get him, guys. I think we are. So I don't know. Drake May shouldn't be here in free agency, but he is, and we're going to walk away with him. So Drake May and Terran Arnold, welcome to Cleveland, and we have our new quarterback overnight. So kind of weird, though, because we just drafted quarterback in round 1, and we're already giving up on him. But, if Drake May is in free agency, then what is a man to do? So probably be drafting right tackle somewhere in the draft. I want to bring another wide receiver as well. We still have money to do that. So one more wide receiver, we should be good. Gibbs goes to the Broncos. Judy could get him. Kayshon Boutte obviously used to play with Drake May. There's a chance he's traded in real life. Has not happened as I'm recording this, but obviously the Patriots just brought in AJ Brown and Dobbs, so Boutte probably feels like he's an afterthought now, so he could be traded away. But okay, yeah. So Drake May added to this offense. We obviously just added one of his former teammates, Kayshon Boutte, with Boston, KC Concepcion. We need a right tackle. And yeah, this team is looking pretty nice. And we do need a linebacker somewhere in the draft as well, so we'll look to do that. But all right, man, let's go to the draft. We have extra draft picks still in this draft as well, so we'll go see what we can accomplish. But yeah, Drake May definitely just changed the trajectory of this team. So I'm going to be taking Weston Davis here. I will say I should have the 8th pick in this draft. I screwed it up because this roster creator, he didn't have the updated picks correct yet. So I was having to do a bunch of jumping over things to get the Rams picks. And I ended up, I guess giving myself pick 21 instead of pick 8, which is kind of annoying. It is what it is. It's fine. I feel fine with what we walked away with. But yeah, it would have been nice to have had obviously pick 8 instead of pick 21. So Yeah, a little annoying, but sometimes you can't tell which pick is what. I wish Madden would tell you, but it just doesn't. So other than that, though, with that out of the way, we will just be needing to draft a linebacker, and I do see Aaron Chiles out of Florida, lacks discipline, but yeah, okay, never mind. Poor speed. I was about to say, usually these linebackers have elite speed, but I didn't see the speed I'm looking for, so we probably won't go with him. Is there anybody here that's worth taking? This Devon Keys here. Speed is solid. I'm gonna still take him. We need to bring in another linebacker here. So 121 true value, got him at 40, 85 speed, not too bad. And then we'll try to actually draft like a better player here at this other round 2 pick. But we are going to have Lagway. We don't need to draft a quarterback obviously anymore. Rashad Johnson has fallen this far. I mean, I feel pretty good about we have a strong safety, so I don't know if I want to do that. Could take Deshaun Spears though. We could just move. I mean, I just know that Rashad Johnson was the best player available on the board. So I'm just going to take him and move into free safety. So welcome to Cleveland, 31 true value, got him at 53. So yeah, I mean, I just felt like that we had to do that with where the draft board fell. And then we'll make this last pick here in round 3 at pick 72. So we will take, I guess we'll just take this edge rusher, just add another guy since we lost, obviously, Kayvon Thibodeau. I think grabbing him is not a bad idea. 90 true value, got him at 72. So yeah, pretty good. But all right, let's take a look at the draft recap and see what things look like. And hopefully we'll have a really good team going into this next season with Drake May under center now. So 74 overall right tackle, 72 linebacker, 75 strong safety. We'll probably move into free safety. 73 edge rusher depth, another wide receiver, another running back, and another edge rusher. So good stuff all around. But let's take a look at this depth chart in the lineup and see what we got going on. So we're an 87 overall across the board, so things are looking pretty promising there. So you got, I mean, the only thing that's changing here is obviously Davis is going to start now, and then Boston could still start over, you know, Kayshon Boutte. But defensively, the biggest thing here is obviously if we look at it, we definitely have a lot of depth at safety now. We have taken a lot of safeties, but also Keys, I guess we'll throw him at Sam linebacker. So Johnson, because we have Schuler, yeah, we're going to move Johnson to free safety to back up McNeil Warren over there. But other than that, I think I'm ready for year 3. Year 1 and year 2, we've made strides on being better. We went from 5-12 to 7-10. So maybe we can make another jump at 9-8 or something like that. I do think that's a realistic expectation, but we shall see. Hopefully good things are coming, but I will see you guys at the end of this next season. So at the end of year 3, I think things have gone better. I was hoping for just at least 9-8, but our expectations were overachieved. 13-4 is where we end things off. We win the division. Nobody from the AFC North makes the playoffs, and Drake May is your second passing yards leader. So yeah, guys, let me know in the future, should I be signing quarterbacks in free agency like that? Should Drake May and Bo Nix be on my radar? First time I've done something like that. It does feel really unrealistic, but they were sitting there, so let me know your guys' thoughts on it. Was it annoying to watch, or was it fun? I don't know. I know there's a balance that needs to be met, but yeah, I don't know. It just felt right, I guess, because I did just kind of waste drafting quarterback in round 1 by signing Drake May. But offensively, we're top 10, which makes sense. And then defensively, we fall off a little bit there, but 19th in the NFL. Yeah, 37-4 from Drake May, so obviously great quarterback play. The Browns haven't had that for quite some time since Baker Mayfield. 4 touchdowns, 800 yards from Judkins. Kayshon Boutte with 12 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Casey with 950, 830 from Harold Fannin, and 600 from Denzel Boston. Defensively, you had 11 sacks from Jared Verse, and that edge rusher we drafted also had 11 as well. Actually, 11.5 off the bench. Not too bad. Might have been starting over Dylan Stewart at points, but 4 sacks. Interceptions, you had 2 from Swessinger, 2 from Campbell, 1 from Arnold, 1 from Schuler, and 1 from Justin Jefferson. Wow. Jefferson from the Vikings has joined us, I guess, on defense. Just kidding. But okay, let's get to divisional, shall we? We don't have to sit here and play during wildcard weekend. Do we have any injuries to report? Yes. Okay, so there's a couple. Wow, our right tackle got hurt really badly, so that sucks. And then one of our linebackers. But they are able to return sometime in the playoffs if we're able to win next week. So let's get to divisional. So unfortunately, we won't have our right tackle. That sucks. But we get to play the Dolphins, who I think drafted Dante Moore. So they have built their team up to this point. They have Kenneth Grant and Dante Jackson out. So I guess, you know, we have 3 starters out. They have 2. So somewhat even. Not really. But all right, let's jump in here. At home in Cleveland. First time the Browns have had a playoff game since the Baker Mayfield days. Let's see if we can go win this bad boy. So the Miami Dolphins are a team that I'm expecting to be pretty disappointing, or I shouldn't even say disappointing, pretty bad. I mean, Malik Willis could be really good over there. We'll have to see on that. I am holding him in Dynasty just in case, but we get a stop on 4th and 1, a big stop, and we go down and score 7-0 immediately. That looked like a big run or something. We're at 14-3. But yeah, the Dolphins, you know, obviously losing Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua's gone, Mike McDaniel's gone. Like, it definitely projects for the Dolphins to be a pretty bad franchise next year, more than likely. One of the worst teams in the league, more than likely. But it is 35-17, and we beat this team pretty easily. So, good win, and just like that, we have already secured our ticket to the AFC Championship game. It was Dante Moore starting the other side. Malik Willis is on the bench, backing him up. So, obviously, Malik Willis did not play good enough for them to feel good about him going forward. But Drake May tossed 4 touchdowns. Definitely a cheat code, I will say, signing a 96 overall quarterback in free agency up to a 98 now. No picks by either quarterback. Judkins had 138 yards. So yeah, I guarantee that touchdown at the beginning of the game after that 4th down stop, Judkins had a long run. In fact, I want to go find out in a second. And Casey Concepcion had a good game as well. Tony has 62 yards, 61 from Harold Fannin. Defensively, sacks-wise, 1 from Overshown and 1 from Ahmad Moston. And then, yeah, no picks, but... what was the... I want to see the... let me see if I can find that big run, because I think Judkins had a big run in the first quarter. So, if I'm correct in thinking that, 88-yard touchdown by Judkins. So, I really wish you could watch it, but obviously, it doesn't let you. So, that would be really cool, but unfortunately, Madden doesn't... I mean, it makes sense because he didn't play it, but whatever. Let's get to the AFC Championship game. Enough yapping, and let's go see who our opponent will be. So on a cloudy gray day, we have the Los Angeles Chargers come into town, as they will be the matchup for a ticket to the Super Bowl. So let's see if we have it in us to come out and do that, as we're going to stop to start things off, and they're going to go up 7-0 to start off the scoring, but we tie it up pretty quickly, and we are going to go down and go up 10-7, get a stop at midfield, and we do not take advantage of the field position, but it's 14-10 their lead. We make it a 1-point game. We get the ball out of half, and we will do nothing with it, but we get the ball again. 21-13. Can we go tie it? No. Running out of time to get back in this game. 14 and 44 seconds left. Do we have it in us to go score? We do. It's 21-21, 8 minutes and 38 seconds left. We're at this point where I feel it is necessary to jump in and try to put this game away with Drake May under center. And we have Boston, Casey Concepcion, Keyshawn Boutte, Harold Fannin. So let's see if I can... Oh my gosh, I gotta get rid of this so fast. I had no chance. Although I will say, I think Casey Concepcion, if I would have found a way to buy some time there, I think I could have thrown him a touchdown right there. Never would have known though, because I did not have the chance to get that off. But just putting it out there, I think that was an opportunity that I missed out there. That is going to be, yeah, it was a tight window, but definitely could have been caught. Now we need a 1st down here on 3rd and 10. So let's see if I can get us one. Casey, I'm looking for you on the outside. Hopefully they leave you just... He's there. Oh, I didn't get it off, though. Okay. All right. We're just going to punt this away. I came out here and just absolutely did nothing on offense, so hopefully my defense could bail me out. And, okay, 24-21. Let's be better. Let's start out with a run. They take the 3-point lead. Let's be better. That last drive was a joke. So let's try to do a little bit better here. We'll start with a run to keep it simple. 2nd and 7. Only 5 yards in the day, and it looks like Judkins is hurt, or that was just our backup running that one play. Don't know which one. Hopefully Judkins is fine, but there's a chance he did get hurt. So that's fantastic. So let's see. Is he back out here? No, Samson's now. I think it's safe to say that Judkins got hurt. I'm going to go back to him, though. Let's see if we can get a nice run this time. Okay, better run this time. We'll get a 1st down. There we go. All right, now let's go no huddle, and let's try to do something fun here. So corners goes flat. This is interesting. Let's see if I like anything here. I might just, it's just, okay, that was caught. And we'll get 2 yards out of it before getting hit. So Samson is starting right now with Judkins out of the game, which sucks. But all right, let's try to get something downfield now. I feel like there's been some shots to be taken. We have not taken any of them. So let's see if we like anything before this 2-minute warning. So, all right, I'm looking for you, Casey Concepcion, Boston, Keyshawn Boutte. Let's see if you guys get left open at all. You know what? I'm going to give you a shot, Casey Concepcion. And you know what? That actually fell into your chest after it was tipped. I really wish Madden had better animations when it comes to tip drills, because in real life, I feel like that easily could have been caught. But now we need another 1st down. And we've been really bad about... Okay. 4th and 8. I do think this is 4-down territory, though. And I actually clicked the wrong button there, to be fair, as well. So that was just abysmal all around. But we're going to be better. We're going to finally make a good throw here. I believe in myself. And that throw is now. So Casey Concepcion is going to make the play, and finally we deliver a ball, because holy moly, were those last few plays just abysmal by me. I've not been throwing the ball too well when I jumped in. To be fair, I haven't played Madden in a while, so a little rusty. Make an excuse, I guess. But all right, let's start with the run here, and we're going to get right down the middle and get down to the 4-yard line. And Samson, despite not having Judkins here, hopefully he's okay and going to be able to play the next game if we're to advance here. But we're about to obviously probably score. And I'm fine with chewing this clock as much as possible. I don't want to give the Chargers too much time to respond. A field goal will do them no good. They're going to have to score a touchdown. Samson is going to get us down to the 2-yard line. So that should bleed some more clock, which I'm fine with me. So that'll give them less time to respond. We have another play after this, even if we don't score here. So I'm going to run this up the middle and hope we have the blocking there. And it is there, and we're in. So that's going to give them 35 seconds to try to score. They'll need a touchdown. In fact, let's jump in and play some defense, so that way I know I don't get hoed or anything. So let's jump in, play some defense. Something I don't usually do. We're going to use our D Winters here, and let's see if we can get a... They're going to run the ball. Wow. Shout out to you with Amarion Hampton. He's also my Dynasty team. They're going to call their first time out. A field goal does you no good, Mr. Harbaugh. I hope you know that. I don't know what you're doing. You can run the inside zone all you want, but I'm ready for, put this ball in the air. So let's see if they run it again. They wouldn't dare. Is Njoku over there as well? Okay, so they're going to throw it underneath. He does get out of bounds. Good play. Good play. They get the out route to Quinn Johnston. I've been pretty conservative here, just learning some zone coverage for now. I want to keep everything in front of me. So let's see if we can get them to make a mistake. Mr. Herbert, you got a mistake in you. Going to take it underneath. Njoku, former Brown, going to have to call a timeout. They're going to go to a huddle. They're not going to call their timeout. I'm a little surprised by that. I'm going to, again, keep everything in front of me. They have done nothing to... Okay, they call timeout now. That was just really abysmal clock management. I don't know what we're doing. I'm almost wanting to play prevent defense already. I don't know. I don't even think they're... I just don't even... let's not go to man coverage. I don't see prevent defense right now, but that's fine. All right. So let's see what they got here. 11 seconds left. They don't have a lot to work with. We should be fine. Unless they just absolutely do something crazy on me, but... Okay, I should have picked that off, to be fair. But they're going to call their last timeout, and now I think we play prevent defense. That's what we do here. So 7 seconds left. They probably have one play left. I'm going to use our Schlesinger. We're going to try to get to Herbert before you can even get this play off if we can. Let's see if I can get all the way around. And we did get pressure. I'm going to use our Schuler, and it does get batted down. They have one play left, though. We're going to run that same coverage again, and we are going to just hope that we can... get one more stop here. 2 seconds left. Again, I'm going to try to get inside there. He's going to throw it again to Schuler, and it is batted down again. And just like that, we're headed to the Super Bowl. We got an achievement or something. Paper or plastic. I wonder what that achievement is. With your defense, record first. I don't even know what the hell that said, but I got an achievement. Pretty weird. I got an achievement this. I think I have like 4 days played in Madden by recording videos or something like that, but... Drake May and Justin Herbert, two quarterbacks that have met up in the playoffs before. Drake May had an interception in this one. 69 yards. Judkins did indeed get hurt, so hopefully he's okay. KC had another good playoff game. And then sacks-wise, 5 from Jared Verse. Shout out to freaking Jared Verse. And then Henley had the pick. But okay, let's get to the Super Bowl. Hopefully Judkins is okay. So Judkins is going to be out for this game as he has a torn labrum, and I'm pretty sure the achievement was because Jared Verse had like the record in a playoff game for sacks. I don't know. It was 5 sacks, and it had something to do with sacks. But anyway, we're playing the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Drake May, of course, has played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl before, but now he's on a different team here with Cleveland. So let's see how it's going to go. They're up 3-0, and we are going to go and score the first touchdown. They respond, though, with their own. It's 10-7, but we respond right back. They respond again. Offenses are getting going now, and we will score again. And we get an interception from Adon Schuler, 28-17, so we're looking good, but just need to make sure we put this away in the second half, and we score again. And I think it's safe to say, as long as we don't blow a massive lead, we will be walking out of here as Super Bowl champions. 20-41, and just like that, that is exactly what's going to happen. 41-20. Someone's like popping fireworks outside right now. I don't know. They must have figured out I just won the Super Bowl. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy the video. I feel like it's a little early for 4th of July. That's a month away. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. We get the Browns to the Super Bowl. Let me know about signing like Drake May in free agency if that's cheap to you guys. It does feel a little, I'm not going to lie. But this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.